The weather tomorrow will be hot as... And we will praise the Lord's return.
So be sure to call 1-800-SCAM-YOU now. You're now tuning into the BNP Podcast. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Bits and Pieces Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Nick, joined with my co-hosts,
Gus,
Miguel, and we're here. Isaac is absent once again. Isaac actually has a life, unfortunately. So
he's not busy playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah, he's not playing Pokemon Go. So unlike the two of us, or the three of us,
I'm finally free.
To do. Yeah.
The four.
Yeah, here we are again. This past week we didn't have a podcast. We did one. It was the week before we had one, and that one I didn't finish editing the video one, but it's okay because I got motion now, so we should have some cool titles. Not necessarily on that episode, but on the episode to come.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be cool. Me and Gus recorded a Pokemon Go Let's Play in real life, and a lot of people liked it. They want more, so we'll eventually do more. So that'll be fun. And then with motion, that'll help a lot too, because then I can make like different titles that move around and like emulate the it's After Effects, but for Final Cut Pro.
Maybe so once I do a good enough job with the movie I'm coming out for a class that's based off of Pokemon Go comedy, we'll put that out.
Oh boy.
Perhaps. So yeah. We did that. Yeah, it's been a long week though. This past weekend, downtown Riverside had a Pokemon Go festival.
It's still going on.
Yeah, it's still going on. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, and so it was funny because Friday, I had tickets to go see 16 Candles. So me and Miguel and our friend Jose went to go see 16 Candles, which I've seen a lot of articles calling 16 Candles racist, out of touch, out of tune. I'll tell you this. That movie was funny, and I enjoyed it. If that makes me a racist and old and out of tune, then so be it, because that movie was funny.
It's kind of funny because I have the DVD for 16 Candles, but I got it from one of those white elephant things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a few years back. Nobody wanted it, and my dad accidentally grabbed it in one of those gifts. I was like, yeah, no one's getting this.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's funny. So, yeah, we watched that, and then we headed outside. The Fox Theater is really nice inside, by the way. We headed out. We were going to wait in line again to go watch Pokemon the first movie, but we decided not to. We ended up walking around the town. We got quite a few things. There was a lot of people there. It was really cool.
So,
I'll insert some footage.
Before the podcast started, my mom texted me that it was evacuating Harupa Cinemas.
Okay.
And apparently a water pipe blew up.
Oh.
And she sent me the picture.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Podcast from the water world.
Yeah,
this is live. This is happening like right now.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'll send out a mass text and everyone's going to go down there. We're going to hang out, have fun, dude, in the water pipe.
Yeah, have fun in the water pipe. So, yeah, there was a lot of people at that Pokemon Go festival, though. Pokemon Go is pretty widespread, and that's actually one of our main topics today. And many of our... Actually, I think it's every single one of our WTF topics. So that's
actually one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah. There's a lot of people being idiots. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
But everyone's playing Pokemon Go. I was at church this morning, and before service, we're setting up the lighting and the sound and stuff, and all the older people like my age are like running around playing Pokemon Go, and like the main head of the AV department is just like, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "We're catching Pokemon." He's just like, "I need you to do this," and we're like, "But can it wait?" We're catching Pokemon. Jesus can wait. So that was pretty funny. Pokemon Go is
Team Mystic away.
Yeah, Team Mystic
Even though
needs
I'm
to go
Team
away. Team Mystic needs to go away.
Go. I
Um,
don't have a team yet.
yeah. Team Valor Full Live. We got V. Full.
Vape
Live.
Nation.
Yeah. Vape Nation. Vape Nation. No, yeah, Pokemon Go is really widespread. Everybody's playing it. Just got released in Italy, Spain, and Portugal.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's pretty cool. Coming out to the rest of the country soon. Actually, it was funny. So I went to it's a long story. First, I went to LAX with my friend to go pick up her friend, and then we took that friend. 'Cause she was in a layover from Japan to San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
So we took her to go eat. We ate Wahoo's fish tacos, and I had a Corona because I had to be my Vin Diesel. I had to get my inner Vin Diesel in.
Nice.
So after that, then we went to the Santa Monica Pier.
Level 4, dude.
Cool. We went to the Santa Monica Pier and we went and walked around. And I was just like, oh man, a lot of people are gonna be playing Pokemon Go. Everyone was playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Not just everyone playing Pokemon Go. Everyone.
Yeah, like I think I saw a video of like it's just filled with people at Santa Monica, and I think Smosh Games did something, and they were just bombarded with people around there.
Yeah, it was crazy, and like we met a lot of cool people. Everybody's talking to each other and stuff, and that was actually where I found out that some Pokemon can be like sniped from each other. So it's just like if we see the same one, only one of us can catch it, and it's certain Pokemon are like that
okay.
because I saw a Squirtle, and as soon as I started trying to catch it, it disappeared off someone else's screen. When it ran away from me, it appeared to everybody's screens again except for mine. It was like, oh, you wasted your chance.
Got it.
But not every Pokemon's like that because the other night, me and Jose were catching the same or the same Ponyta. So it's not every Pokemon, but a lot of them are like that. I think super high level ones, you can, the only one of them is appearing.
Yeah, it's funny because I caught like a 210 Clefairy right here, and then your brother just caught a Clefairy just a little
210,
weaker.
dude.
Yeah. So it's really weird, and no one really knows how the game works. But I think that's part of the cool part because you have to like discover it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really neat. But yeah, and so there was just like everyone playing in San Francisco or in Santa Monica. It was funny, and then tons of people at LAX were playing it. Tons of people at Huntington Beach because we went to Huntington Beach. It was like there was just everyone was playing. It was insane, and that was last week. And then it just got even more widespread like as the weekend, appeared.
Yeah, it's crazy right now how big the weekend is because Fontana has a get together for Pokemon trainers. Downtown Riverside, downtown Disney, a bunch of places right now.
Yeah, just everywhere has one. It's really cool. It's a cool thing. Yeah. But
it's getting people together, getting people outside.
It is. It's getting people outside. Nintendo getting people outside since 1994.
Yeah.
But anyway, with that, we will be moving into the slightly dark side of Pokemon Go, the dangers of Pokemon Go diddlers,
Oh, God.
Pokemon Go killers,
man.
Pokemon Go robbers, and yeah. Oh, first thing though, hopefully I can find it to insert into the video podcast. But there's a post online that says, essentially saying that we're the new bad guys. Because what did Team Rocket do? Team Rocket hoarded Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
And so they hoarded Pokemon. That's what we're doing. We're hoarding Pokemon and sending them back to our boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Like, Ash only ever needed one of each, right?
Yeah.
We want 50, 100 of each one. Come on.
Yeah.
It's getting a little shady. So it's a funny post. I'll have to put the picture up. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to be moving into our WTF topics. So we'll see you guys after the break.
What? Huh? Are you reading this right now? Did I read that correctly? What the f***? You know what? Whatever. We're running with the story anyway. WTF Headlines by the Bits and Pieces Podcast.
And welcome back from that, what wasn't a break, it's more or less our intro, our WTF headline intro.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, well, okay, once again, that's not their thing, it's Apple Loops. So,
It's known for the...
it's
never
known
mind.
for being
Let's
an
go.
Apple Loop. So fuck those guys. Fucking amateurs using Apple Loops.
Right.
Who do they think they are? Amateurs. We use Apple Loops. All right. Anyway, so we got in a tip from our buddy Omar. You can send in tips as well.
Should've said like an anonymous tip from our buddy Armar.
An anonymous tip from our buddy Omar. You can send in tips as well of WTF topics or main headlines if you'd like to hear them. Go ahead and comment on our Instagram or Facebook pages, or just send them to one of us. So his suggestion for a WTF headline was this. This pastor has us convinced Pokemon Go are actually cyber demons. Now, this isn't the exact article he sent me.
Yeah.
But it's the same story. Okay, so it says, guys, maybe Rick Wiles is onto something. The self-described conservative Orthodox Christian observed on his radio show on Monday, the Pokemon Go sure has made a lot of churches into Pokestops, landmarks where people can pick up virtual tools for the game. And around the U.S., even places of worship have used this to their advantage, displaying signs inviting players to come in for service while they're there. But this pastor suspects that something sinister is afoot. He suggests that Pokemon are cyber demons.
Oh boy.
Quote, the enemy Satan is targeting churches with virtual, digital, and cyber demons. I believe this thing is a magnet for demonic powers. He didn't immediately reply for a request for comment from Huffington Post. We laughed this idea off as holy shit. But this is also the same pastor who believes that ISIS developed these demons to attack and enslave American children, to sway them to the secular cult that is ISIS. And I think someone forgot to remind him that they do believe in a God. It's just not his God.
Yeah.
And also, I forgot to remind him that I believe that all gods are probably the same. But anyway, we won't get into that. So yeah, this asshole.
Freaking crazy people, man.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like I need to leave the country, man. This Pokemon Go is making me get a plane ticket.
You heard
right
it here
now.
first. Miguel was radicalized. Thanks to Pokemon Go. First child
Pokemon Go.
radicalized.
Wherever you go, there's always Pokemon Go.
Do you guys remember when Harry Potter was demonic?
What?
People
always
thought Harry
been
Potter was demonic. They thought it was like, because it's like witches and wizards. They were like, oh, it's demon powers.
It's a different world, dude.
And I'm just like, what?
What kind of muggle are you?
It's one of those things that comes up, like anything that's popular, it gets criticized. You know, like video games or whatever. Something crazy happens.
Yeah, I know. Like, people say Grand Theft Auto is bad for kids.
I was like, what?
Are
No.
the Australian moms gonna get Pokemon Go banned? in
Oh, I hope
Australia?
so.
It's
That'll
funny
be
because someone
hilarious.
reposted an old video of Penn Teller,
No.
or Penn Jillette, I'm sorry. He was, on the whatever show, The View, with all the girls, and they're
Yeah.
like, video games are the problem, and he's like,
kidding
no,
about
it's
that
not.
one.
This is the same thing that's been happening for years. It happened with comic books and this and that, blah blah blah. He basically shut them up,
Yeah,
and I was like,
Roasted.
yes, someone who actually knows something,
exactly.
not who's naive.
Exactly. All right. So our second WTF headline.
Roasted.
2 Florida teens were mistaken for thieves and shot at while playing Pokemon Go. Only let that fester in your mind a little bit. Actually, hold that thought.
Uh-oh. Power of movie magic.
All right. Florida teens were mistaken for thieves and shot at while playing Pokemon Go. So these 2 kids were sitting outside of a house in their car while playing Pokemon Go, arguably being kind of shady.
Yeah.
I will say that there were 2 people sitting outside of my house playing Pokemon Go, and it was kind of shady. And I was just like, can I help you? Because I didn't know they were playing Pokemon Go because they had fully tinted windows, and then they were like, oh, we're playing Pokemon Go, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, next time you park outside of a house, can you like roll down your windows like this much? Because otherwise, like,
It looks shady.
it's really shady because you have really tinted windows.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't have a problem with people sitting playing Pokemon Go, but like roll down your windows just a little bit,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
And-
but anyway, these kids were playing Pokemon Go outside of a Florida home. The dude thought they were burglars because he heard them say, "Did you get anything?" And so he got up and blasted on them. And let's see, it doesn't say that they were hit. It just says police received a call from the parents when they were notified that the bullets had caused a flat tire. They did not immediately realize they were being shot at, and they thought the old man was only trying to scare them. So the Florida County Sheriff's Department issued some best practice tips for Pokemon Go players. They advised Pokemon Go trainers to be alert at all times. Stay aware of their surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Who said that first? Us or the Florida County Sheriffs? Us.
Us and the freaking app that tells you right before you turn it on.
Exactly.
Boom.
Not to drive, ride a bike, or skateboard while playing. Who said that? We also did. And as does the app. Not to trespass or go on private property while playing. We didn't say that.
Yeah.
We
Um,
basically said it.
You should know that. It's pretty
should know that,
common
yeah.
sense.
Be aware of Pokestops where players could fall victim to crime. We said that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we told them be careful
It's in a
getting
shady
diddled.
area. Don't
Bring a
do
buddy.
It. Don't
Be
do
careful. Bring a buddy. Bring 2 buddies. Bring
Go in the
1,000
day.
buddies. Yeah, go in the daytime. Talk to your children about strangers and set limits on where they can go.
Gotta
Diddlers,
watch out
man.
for those
You got-
diddlers.
yeah, you got to
Yeah.
tell the. You got to tell the.
They
you
wear
gotta
2
tell your
watches
kids.
on one on each hand. He's a diddler.
What? Yeah. Like me, Miguel. Do you want to get diddled?
I don't want to get diddled,
All
man.
right.
That's not a
You
good
know?
thing.
Right.
It's not a good thing to get
You
diddled.
gotta watch on one hand, the Pokestop meter on the other.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta watch out.
Can't go to those Pokestops right in the middle of an alley.
Yeah. Be aware of third-party software apps claiming to enhance the gaming experience because many allow access to sensitive personal data. Yeah, don't download anything that says Pokemon Go free this.
Yeah.
Don't be an idiot. But, I mean, if you do, go ahead and let us know that you did, so that way I can give you a Darwin Award.
Yeah.
All right. So that's WTF headline 2. Now I saved the best for last.
Ooh.
You guys know about Westboro Baptist Church, right?
Yep.
In the middle of dumbfuck nowhere.
Yep.
All right. So, Westboro Baptist Church is famously infamous for being anti-gay, anti-fun, anti-color, anti-everything.
Yep.
So, okay, this is a quick premise. Pokemon Go uses map data from a previous game, as well as like combined map data from some stuff from Google Maps and like check-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
But a previous game was made by Niantic called Ingress, I believe. And that game had the same premise of having a map with stops and stuff.
Yeah.
So what they did is they just adapted the data from that map combined with newer data, and made places with more check-ins as gyms and places with fewer as Pokestops. Well, Westboro Baptist Church has to be pretty popular in their area because it got a Pokemon gym placed right on top of them. Mm-hmm. Hilarity immediately ensued. They were immediately trolled.
Yes, they were.
So this article by Fox in their area says Pokemon Go is extremely popular. Pokemon Go is an augmented reality game, blah, blah, blah. Some homes and businesses have been overtaken by Pokemon trainers marked as Pokemon Gym, a place where people can train their fictional creatures. One such gym is Westboro Baptist Church. Currently, the gym is ruled by a pink Pokemon known as a Clefairy. The Clefairy's name is Love is Love. So
that's awesome.
Somebody took over the gym, right, and had a Pokemon that's pink and says Love is Love. Westboro Baptist Church shot back and tried to take over the gym themselves and had like their Pokemon name something.
Had all the ushers.
Yeah, and then so a bunch of people just came and took the gym back over with like CP level 1000 Pokemon, and Westboro Church can't do anything about it. So it's pretty funny.
That.
It's pretty hilarious.
Suck on that.
So yeah, Westboro Baptist Church is immediately trolled. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I can't wait until they get really mad and try to like protest Pokemon Go or something, saying that it violates their constitutional rights to be an asshole.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you can be a jerk.
How many Clefairies are on there, right?
For every single one is probably a Clefairy.
Yeah, Love is Love, and then it's some other names and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe a Jigglypuff in there.
Well, they've been fighting back using Jigglypuffs. It says "Sin no more, repent or perish." Is that they have a poster that says that, so it's kind of funny.
I will say this: they don't think the freaking Pokemon, this game, is a freaking demon or whatever.
No, yeah. See, those are two different types of pastures.
Yeah.
Yeah, Westboro Baptist Church, please.
Both full of it.
Those poor Pokemon being used for
the
evil West.
You know, people are saying "Make America Great Again," or like keep Austin weird, or keep Portland weird.
Yeah.
I say keep Westboro Baptist Church weird, because without them, we don't have people to laugh at.
We don't have news, man.
Yeah, we won't have news realistically. Yeah. So Pokemon Go, man, it's fun, and these are just 3 stories that are the most recent. Like, there's been people falling off of cliffs. Somebody crashed their car into a tree.
Someone finding a dead body in a
2
river.
people found dead bodies.
In a river?
Yeah, in rivers. Let's see, what else? People got stabbed. Someone got robbed.
New thing. Keep people stupid.
Yeah.
Because we have news.
Now, mind you, this is the other thing. So the people that are stabbed and robbed, the majority of the cases have all happened past midnight in bad areas. So there might be a connection between walking around past midnight in bad areas. I'm not sure though. You know, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert. So I think someone should check up on that definitely.
Go try it for yourself.
I think we need Isaac to check up on that and see if it's safe or not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What are we gonna do? Send him into like Watts with an iPhone?
Yeah, Isaac, we need you to walk into Compton with an iPhone. And go check if you can find Pokemon. He'll just come back with like a bandana and just be like, I got sworn into a gang, guys. Nothing else happened. Everybody else is playing Pokemon Go. And we'll just be like, man, I guess SoCal's safe.
Dude, what if?
That'd be funny. Anyway.
The game wars are going on now.
Yeah. So we're going to be moving on to our actual main topic. But first, a word from our sponsors. the BMP podcast and Extra Life.
Yep.
So we'll be going to a break to tell you about our Extra Life stream real quick, and we'll be back after that.
I support Extra Life.
I support Extra Life.
I support Extra Life.
I support Extra Life.
We support Extra Life.
I support Extra Life.
I support Extra Life.
Yo apoyo Extra Life.
I support Extra Life.
I support Extra Life.
Hey, I support Extra Life.
I support Extra Life. Third Party Controller podcast supports Extra Life.
We support Extra Life and Strawberry Shortcakes.
I support Extra Life.
I support Extra Life. I support Extra Life.
Who's a pretty girl? Who's a pretty? You're a pretty girl. Go get the Twitter. Oh, hi everyone. I didn't notice you there. It's me, Deadpool. So now I found out that if you go support Red Nose Day, you get a free rental, which you could rent my movie. It's amazing. But don't do it. Those go support Extra Life. Brought to you by the Beats and Pieces podcast.
All the people who helped me with this video pledged to support Extra Life. You can help too by making a small one-time donation to our Extra Life campaign. The way you do that is following the links in the description below, or following the links that are provided in the video if you haven't been watching this on YouTube. Also go ahead and watch our other videos that we have made, and go pick up a flyer either at Back to the Grind if you're local in Riverside. Don't worry, we'll restock soon. Or see a Bits and Pieces podcast member for more details or another poster. Also visit extra-life.org to get more direct information about how Extra Life helps Children's Miracle Network Hospital and CHOC. Thanks. Okay, and welcome back for that short break. Here we are again, BMP Podcast. Links somewhere in the video, probably on that side.
Hey.
Anyway, so we're gonna talk about obviously Pokemon Go. This is just gonna be the episode that went. It's gonna be called the episode that went somewhere. Yeah, it's like Pokemon Go, like go somewhere. Right. The episode that went somewhere.
Is that the motto for Pokemon Go?
No, it's catch 'em all. But anyway. So Pokemon Go released on the 6th, right?
6th, yeah. On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
July.
If you don't know what Pokemon Go is right now, I'm not sure what you're doing wasting time listening to our podcast. Go watch our video.
Oh.
Right.
BNP plays Pokemon Go in IRL. Me and Gus went out and we played Pokemon Go in the city of Riverside. It was really cool. Anyway. Pokemon Go is an AR augmented reality game for Android and iOS devices. Pretty much, you open it up, it lets you pick a starter, and you go on your very own Pokemon adventure.
Right.
It's okay. I'm gonna preface this. I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. I've been a huge fan since I was little. I lost track of the games in the show, but I've always still gone back and played my games that I have. Regardless of that, I do have criticisms of the game, mainly that not that a lot of features are missing from the trailer. I get that because it's actually, you have to think about it. You know this game's going to be a hit.
Yeah.
You got to remove some stuff to kind of curb the server load, and even then they couldn't. The servers were bad the first couple days. They're still bad sometimes. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so my criticisms are mainly if you're going to remove stuff, I get that you removed maybe direct battling. That might be hard to sync up. Like that, or the Pokemon just appearing and actually doing things, instead of just kind of popping up on your screen, that sort of thing. I understand those things that you had to parse it back a little bit, maybe to make it run on phones more reliably. But the thing that I don't understand why it was missing was trading Pokemon. That I don't understand.
They are coming out with
trading will be coming soon. I just don't understand why it wasn't at launch.
Yeah.
Because that's such an integral part, especially because by the time trading comes out, a lot of people will have caught most of the Pokemon. It's kind of what do I need to trade?
It's you're gonna need to trade for the 2nd gen, right? So here you
go. So I hope, and this is the other thing, I hope when they release to the rest of the world, because a lot of countries in Europe already got it, but
yeah,
when it's around the whole world, I hope that different region, like, okay, every region has Gen 1 Pokemon.
Right.
But I hope that certain regions get certain gens. Like maybe Europe will get 2nd gen, or Japan will get 2nd gen. A select few of 2nd gen. Like they'll how different versions have different Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's certain ones you can't catch where you live, and you'll either have to trade or go travel. Right. I hope that happens, and I know a lot of people will get mad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like, but that's the point. You got to go travel or make friends, trade online. You can trade online. I would hope. Especially because it doesn't seem like they're tying it to a Nintendo ID at all. It's just your
just your Gmail
or
so the profile thing.
Yeah, hopefully there's some place like you can go to like a Poke Center, like they make like hubs.
Yeah.
And you go there, and once you enter that area, you can choose to connect your account maybe to like an online server or a fully online server where it allows people to like browse your Pokemon maybe, like by choice. You push, I'm open to trades right in this area. Hopefully something works out like that.
That'd be really cool. I would like that.
That would be a good idea. So give me credit, Niantic and the Pokemon Company, please. Anyway, I really like the game, though. I was having a lot of fun with it. A lot of people are kind of like, well, what's the point? You're just walking around collecting these Pokemon. You can't do anything. I'm like, yeah, but it's addicting. It, tapped into what I liked to do when I was young.
Yeah.
It's addicting. But there are a lot of features missing that I hope do make it in eventually. But like live battling, I hope happens, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
No,
there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong with that. And I think what'll happen is the AR won't work. Mm-hmm. I think they'll say, yeah, we can live battle and your phones will be synced in terms of like when your Pokemons do attacks or when you have to dodge, but AR won't work. Right. Or you have to have like a brand new like phone just came out this year for it to work. Because that's, I think, a lot of strain on the phones to sync up both things. It's probably going to be hard if the phone doesn't have NFC. It's probably going to be hard if someone has 3G, someone has 4G.
Right.
You might have to connect them via Bluetooth directly. That might be something. Then there's security concerns and whatnot. But yeah, I like it a lot. What are your thoughts, Gus?
I think one of the big things about it being so big is like, especially for us, it's nostalgia.
Yeah.
This is what we grew up with. It's still out right now with newer Pokemon, which are. It's funny because I went back and I played Pixelmon on Minecraft. I was like, they have all the generations, like 1 through 5 or 6, whatever it is. And I was like, okay, there's a Pokemon called Chandelier or Chandelier.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, they really ran out of names to come up with now.
Get it on my face.
The fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the ice cream?
Vanilla ice?
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's a vanilla ice cream cone. It's like, bro.
Get it on my face. What is that thing?
Yeah,
the just garbage can?
Oh, the one that's just garbage? Garbador, right?
Garbador.
Yeah, something like that. It's literally just trash. It's literal trash.
Literal trash.
It's not just when people are just like, oh man, that Pokemon's trash. It's like, no, it's literally a pile of papers with eyes.
Just like muck and grime, or just you know what they are.
Gross, actually.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Yeah, and like Ekans is just a snake, just spelled backwards.
I was reading a joke that said like when people say that Nintendo ran out of Pokemon ideas. And then it says, but you realize that a lot of Gen Pokemon were just normal animals or inventory items with eyes, and it shows Voltorb with eyes. Because it's just a Pokeball with eyes.
Just a Pokeball with eyes.
And I'm like, oh my god.
They didn't have ideas from the
start. Or broken eggs for Execute.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, they did. I don't understand how Execute becomes Executor. Executor is a giant palm tree or pineapple with eyes and a bunch of legs.
Yeah.
And it's like, but Execute is eggs.
Maybe Execute are actually supposed to be like seeds or something.
Ooh, but then why are they called eggs? Execute.
It might be like a language barrier thing.
I don't think so. I think they're named. I think the Pokemon are named pretty closely.
So it's just like, who's gonna know?
Well, I know Squirtle is named differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the word didn't translate over.
Oh, okay.
So they were just like Squirtle.
It's a
water Squirtle.
Turtle.
Water turtle. Okay, this works.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of things didn't translate over.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I think Execute might have been one of the ones that did, because they look like eggs. I don't think they're seeds.
Yeah, they're not. They're eggs.
It could be a possibility.
Krabby definitely translated over correctly.
Patty,
Kingler. Yeah. I don't know.
It's all weird.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, and I see the problems and everything. I was like, but it's still a really fun game.
It's fun.
I actually finally turned off the AR. I was like, you know what, I'm kind of done.
It's wasting battery.
It's wasting battery for me.
I turn it on if I know it's going to be like a funny picture opportunity.
Yeah, like the big thing that's happening right now is like people are putting Pokemon on top of toilets and like Abra's on the toilet or whatever. It's like, well, it's occupied.
Well, because the other thing is too is that if you have your AR turned off and then you see a Pokemon that you want to take a picture of,
can
if
turn
you
it on.
move the camera to where you want it and turn the AR on, it usually snaps the Pokemon to that position, so you
Yeah.
can kind of position it for a picture
Instead of just like, oh.
instead of just
shoot.
hoping where it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've done that.
Yeah.
to
I do
post
like
pictures.
the AR and everything. It's pretty. It's neat.
It's
stuff.
neat,
But
it wastes so much battery.
the newer phones get, and then the more people demand on the game, it's just gonna be harder and harder for the developers and stuff like that, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because I saw someone put up a thing of top 5 games we want to see like Pokemon Go. Like, I guess Ghostbusters came up as it.
Ghostbusters would be good. I saw people saying like Game of Thrones, and I'm like, how would you do that?
What?
All right, and somebody said Harry Potter, and I was just like, that's cool, but I don't know what you would do. Like, see, the point of it is catching things.
Mhm.
Like, I think Ingress did the same thing, the other game that the developer had made.
That's where Pokemon Go and Ghostbusters would work out.
They work
both
out,
catching
yeah.
something.
Somebody put that moment when your friends are all enamored with Pokemon Go, but you can care less, and it has a picture of Digimon instead. And it was like a subtle dig towards Digimon that like. Yeah, they weren't as cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people love Digimon, but I'm like, well, sorry. Luck
Yeah,
of
it
the draw.
wasn't as big. It was huge.
I didn't care for Digimon.
But it was like, I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh.
The characters seemed more annoying to me.
What about Ape Escape Go?
Ape Escape Go would be good. Ape Escape Go would be really funny because you would swing your phone like a net.
I could see people like throwing their phones by accident and breaking them.
That would be funny.
Then they
I
get
see
to
people
the-
hitting other people with their phones for Ape Escape.
That'd be awesome.
Bottom of the litter, Beyblades.
Beyblades
Yo,
Go. Yu-Gi-Oh
what?
Go. Can you see Yu-Gi-Oh Go?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's just a card game because Pokemon, it wasn't
That's
ever a
just
card
real life,
Yu-Gi-Oh Go
Nick.
with AR.
AR.
That'd be badass.
They would just release cards that have AR in them. You know how?
Yeah.
the-
And then
you
and then
put the
when
card
you,
down
you
and
put
it
the
pops
card
up.
down and it pop up on your screen.
That would be
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be
really
neat.
cool.
Imagine we get to that point in the future where our phones become holograms and
See,
it just pops up.
See, but the thing is, though, is that the way AR works right now is to do that, you have to like have the card really close to your phone. Because
Yeah.
if you have it kind of far away, you'd have to have it on a table. You'd
Yeah.
have to be playing it on a table. It couldn't be like where you put it on the ground. It'd have to be on a table because I think it would be too far for it. Although I think the Vita and was it the 3DS do really well, right? Where it's
Yeah.
like you can place them on the floor and it shows stuff. So that would be cool. But those were specifically made to have those features.
Now I wonder, would they ever put Pokemon Go on the Vita and the 3DS?
On the Vita, no. On the 3DS, maybe.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah.
But
3DS
the
already
thing,
has
the thing
something
is that the 3DS doesn't have an internet connection. It doesn't have a permanent internet connection, so it would have to be, like all the data would have to be downloaded to it, and then you couldn't. It wouldn't be fair because then the game would just decide when there was a Pokemon rather than like you having to walk around for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have to have a permanent internet connection. So I want to say no.
Yeah.
I mean, what they could do is they could just make it an internal 3DS thing, like only 3DS to 3DS, not 3DS to network.
Oh yeah, so
you
like
couldn't play with like an iPhone,
Mhm.
so it wouldn't be an unfair advantage.
So
Yeah, that's
PS
true.
Vita, 3DS, they're dead now, right? All
3DS
handheld
is dead.
consoles
What are
are.
you talking about? 3DS is not dead, dude.
I don't know.
There's so many
Oh,
games
shoot.
for 3DS still coming out.
Yeah, but I just don't see them as much now.
Well, you
You don't
don't,
play
but
it.
everybody else does. Like 3DS
like I have
is
a
big.
3DS, and it's like
Yeah,
it's-
because
it
like
doesn't
Sun and Moon are coming
Yeah,
out,
I
and
got
like people are like
this, and
ready.
Nintendo,
I'm
the
so
Nintendo
ready,
Wii
dude.
U and stuff like that. It's like
Okay, but the 3DS is not dead
Yeah.
though. The Vita is. The
Vita's
3DS is not. The 3DS has a lot of games and a lot of people play them because the cell phone cannot stand up to a 3DS yet because it doesn't have the games for
Yeah.
it. So 3DS is wrong to say is dead. The Vita is, yeah, it's pretty much dead.
But it'll eventually probably get there.
The 3DS? I don't
Maybe.
think so. Nintendo knows how to do handhelds. If that's one thing, their handheld will never die because of the fact that they'll never let go of those,
And they were the first ones
you know,
to do it.
things. Yeah, they'll never let go of that to be on a phone, simply because the thing about the phone is, yeah, you can play games on it, but I don't like. Okay, it's the touchscreen. You
Mhm.
don't get controls. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the reason 3DSs still sell is because you get controls. Can you imagine trying to play like Monster Hunter on a cell phone? It wouldn't work right. It would be so super weird. Or like
Unless they made those weird attachments or whatever. Like, oh, okay, you
But
connect this
then-
and it already has built-in controls. Like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe you should just get a 3DS.
Yeah, it's like you should just get a 3DS then. And then the other thing is too is that like a lot of people don't want that running down their battery,
Mhm.
you know? Cuz okay, yeah, I can play games on my phone, cool, but I don't do it all the time because my battery won't last.
Good
as long.
example, Pokemon Go drains
Yeah,
your
Pokemon
battery.
Go drains your battery. So that's why there's still dedicated mobile devices for that. That's why people still have iPods,
Yeah.
you know? iPods aren't dead. They just don't get sold as much, but that doesn't mean they're dead. You know what
No,
I mean?
I still use mine, but it's always connected in my car.
We're not the target market for certain things. You You know, we're not the target market for 3DSs.
No, it's.
But they're gonna jump up in sales because of the because of Sun and Moon coming out. So that'll be a lot of fun.
So I have a question. Have any of you guys, after playing Pokemon Go, go back to either watching the show, going back to play the game?
Try to watch all the episodes.
No, I didn't try to watch all the episodes yesterday.
Fake fan.
I made an account for
Fake
Netflix,
fan.
and that was the first movie that I started to watch.
Fake fan.
You know what?
Hey, did you watch the very first Pokemon movie in theaters when it came out?
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched it like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, I think I have it on VHS still.
I have a VHS and DVD somewhere.
Have you
Even
ever watched
Pokemon
it?
2000 I
I
haven't.
watched it.
Yeah, Pokemon 2000, and I saw 1 and 2 and 3 in theaters.
I watched the one with the little girl.
So that one's 3. Yeah, but you didn't see it in theaters. You weren't born yet.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. Yeah, because I went back to
after the
Pixelmon
third
and
one. They didn't come out in theaters anymore. I think it was like limited releases because the first 3 came out wide release. Like every theater had them.
Yeah. It was basically like, okay, yeah, it's getting to the end of that generation. Maybe just the next generation.
I think it's the third one didn't do well. The second one did okay, and then the third one didn't do well in theaters, like at all. It just it didn't. People didn't go see it multiple times.
I remember Cartoon Network will always show them.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Now I don't know. They're showing the newer Pokemon stuff like that. What's the newest one? Black and White.
Black and White, I think, is the newest series. So
yeah.
No, X and Y.
X and Y.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Black and White. That was a pretty decent.
I'm a first gen guy. I'm sorry.
I mean,
yeah.
The one with what was the girl? She had like the weird red bandana.
May,
yeah.
That was the third season. Yeah, because there were 2 seasons of the original show.
The second one was the little kid and
went to Johto.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was no. That's the third season.
That's the third season.
Yeah.
The second season was it was like a continuation of the same friends.
Okay.
Like everybody stayed in it because it was like season 1, season 1.5 when they went to the Orange Islands, and then season 2 when they went to Johto, and then that was just Brock went.
Whatever happened to Misty?
She went back to her gym.
Yeah. Why?
Because she needed to run the gym because her sisters were taking off, I think is what it was.
No, we need to get a season with her back.
They bring her back every once in a while.
Yeah, she'll like, Ash comes back home or
the
whatever.
Guest appearance.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I just happened to be here. And
there was an episode where they ran into her like in a really weird spot. It was in Black and White, and they were just like in some town, and they're like, hey, look, it's Misty, and like she looked completely different, and then she was like, oh. Hey guys!
Yeah, it's
one
and
of those she walked away, and
you gotta
hey guys, welcome to Chili's.
Yeah.
Miggy, what are your thoughts on the game?
I've got to say, I just started playing it today. It's pretty addicting. I dig it. Sometimes, like, there's spike times where you're like, oh, I'm not gonna play it right now because like the servers are packed. But it's not even like a big deal. It's not like I need to play it right now. It's more just like, oh, the servers are packed. I guess I'll play it later. I feel like it's a really good chance to like make as long as nobody's like, oh, Team Valor, Team Mystic, like actually like pissed off at people, then like I feel like there can actually be a community. Cause like when we went to go see 16 Candles and we were like walking around, people were like sitting down, like meeting each other and just like kind of talking to each other about like their
vaping. Don't
vaping.
forget the vaping.
Yeah, a lot of vape. But they were talking to each other about like, oh, when I was a little kid, I did this. I went to go see this movie. I remember seeing this movie in theaters. I remember getting this card. It's, you know, like just making really good friends, and like it can, I guess, bridge the gap between an older generation and a newer generation. You know, like from little baby childs that shouldn't have iPhones to like really old people that shouldn't be outside or playing Pokemon Go. And, yeah.
That's what the good thing about that game does. It brings people together and stuff. Yeah, you get a couple of a-holes that was like, yeah, Team Valor or
We
Team
vape.
Mystic. And I was like, nobody cares about that yellow one.
Who?
I don't know. I really don't know the name of it. I just know
Instinct,
Mystic and
Instinct.
Valor. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna join.
Oh, did
Remember
you
Back to the Grind is?
Did you guys see Rooster Teeth's thing, the RT Life,
I
where
saw
they
it.
took over a gym and they're all
Yeah, and they attacked people.
Yeah, I was like, really, and then they lose. It's like
They
I don't
lose
know.
to like 5 people.
Yeah.
5 people just kind of show up, and then
The only difference is that it's because they have jobs, even though their job is to play video games for some of them.
we get paid for this.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a short break. So for you audio fans, this will be a music break, And for you video fans, it will be maybe a clip from our Pokemon Go video.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, sneak peek.
Even though you should
Anyway,
have already seen it.
yeah, you need to go see it. You need to go watch it. Anyway, we will be back in a few minutes, I think, or a minute, maybe 30 seconds. We'll be back.
So as you guys may have seen, I just caught a Growlithe right here in Riverside. There's also a Pokestop right here. We're on the corner of Mission and Orange. We're on the corner of Mission and Orange, and it says there's a Jazz is Art mural. So what's really cool is these Pokestops let you explore your city. But kids, you gotta remember, there's bad people out there. There's child diddlers. Gotta be careful for them. So make sure when you go out, it's daytime, you got buddies with you, and you always keep your phone charged. The game runs your battery down.
Yep.
There's a shit ton of sea bass right now. Yeah, we're actually filming a video for it.
Welcome back to the Bits and Pieces podcast from your music break if you're an audio listener, and your Pokemon Go preview if you're a video listener. Unless I mixed those orders up and you ended up with the Pokemon Go. Yeah, if you're a watcher.
Yeah.
If the Watcher. That's a Dr. Dre song. I might have mixed those up and I might have put the Pokemon Go thing like earlier. Anyway, you would have gotten something. You'll get something cool. Anyway, so this past week or the week before, I think it was this past week, the FBI closed a really weird case. It was the case of D.B. Cooper. Do you guys know who D.B. Cooper is? I know I skimmed over it right before the show.
No, not that I can recall.
Okay.
Cooper.
So the LA Times has a really good article, which we'll be essentially reading along with and referencing. So thanks to the LA Times for posting that. They have an article called "Who is D.B. Cooper? FBI ends 45-year manhunt." So it has a big like intro article part. But anyway, it says after 45 years in which hundreds of leads were probed and discarded, the FBI said this week it was no longer actively pursuing what is called one of the longest and most exhaustive investigations in history, D.B. Cooper. This is a quick preface. In 1971, a man called himself Dan Cooper hijacked a passenger plane from Oregon to Seattle, where he freed the 36 passengers in exchange for $200,000. As the nearly empty flight took off again, flying south, he parachuted out of the airplane with the ransom and was never seen again. So, who was D.B. Cooper? No one really knows. There's been there's a sketch, and you can tell by the sketch they didn't know what he looked like. The FBI has described him as a nondescript man. He appeared to be in his mid-40s, which would now make him about 90. As he's been known, he's been referred to as D.B. Cooper in media reports because he introduced himself as Dan Cooper when he purchased his ticket. So it says on November 24th, 71, a man calling himself Dan Cooper approached the counter at a Northwest Orient Airlines in Portland, Oregon, dressed in a business suit and carrying a briefcase. Paid cash a one-way ticket on Flight 305 to Seattle. The man ordered a bourbon and soda when he was waiting for takeoff in midair just after 3 p.m. From C-18C, he handed the flight attendant a note saying he had a bomb in his briefcase and showed her a glimpse of wires and red sticks. She wrote down his demands, 4 parachutes and $200,000 in $20 bills, and passed them to the captain. In Seattle, the passengers were exchanged for the money and parachutes. The flight resumed with Mr. Cooper and the crew en route for Mexico City, with the plane flying no higher than 10,000 feet, as he demanded. At 8 p.m., somewhere between Seattle and Reno, he jumped out of the back of the plane into a wooded area with a parachute and the ransom and disappeared. How does the story affect American culture? This is the high-flying exploit of the man known as D.B. Cooper infused with American popular culture. The parts of his story which were known were dramatic enough to inspire writers, directors, and musicians, but the unanswered questions had to be patched up with guesswork. In the 2004 movie Without a Paddle was about 3 friends who headed into the wilderness in search of the lost ransom money and ended up finding his skeleton. 1981, The Pursuit of D.B. Cooper opened with Treat Williams, that is not a typo, in the lead role as a former Green Beret named J.R. Mead. The movie was based off J.D. Reed's 1980 book Freefall. Other fictional books included D.B. by Elwood Reed, in which Cooper is actually a Vietnam vet named Phil Fitch, and J.M. Cain, Rainbow's End in the 1970s, which had similarities. People perform songs, etc., etc. What happened to the money? 1980, a boy found a rotting package of $20 bills along the Columbia River worth about $5,800 that matched the ransom money serial numbers. Using an inflation calculator, the ransom of $200,000 in 1971 would be equivalent to demanding about $1.2 million today. It's unclear what happened to the rest of the money. And they have a picture of the money that's all like torn up and stuff. The FBI had a number of suspects, and here it goes on to say who they had as a suspect, but they had more than 1,000 of them. Some supplied were by psychics, some turned in by suspicious family members, some were coming in on deathbed confessions. One of the suspects interviewed was a man named Richard Floyd McCoy. He carried out a similar hijacking and escaped with a parachute less than 5 months after the Cooper flight. McCoy was ruled out because he did not match the descriptions provided by flight attendants. The case influenced how the government handled hijackings. It says hijackings during the Cold War were often desperate attempts at escape from the Iron Curtain, but during the 1970s, criminals used them as leverage in ransom negotiations. The D.B. Cooper case became a storied example of an era of hijacking. By the mid-1970s, at least 150 planes had been skyjacked in the United States alone. That's a lot of planes.
Yeah.
Pretty much it goes on to just say it's crazy that they never found this guy. They don't even know who it is at all. And the picture is literally just this nondescript white dude with sunglasses on. It's just a white dude. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
They never found him. 45 years later, they finally just ended the hunt.
I think I remember this story now. I don't remember where I heard it off of. I either heard it off a different podcast or I heard it on the news thing. On
No,
TV.
you heard it on the Bits and Pieces podcast.
Well, now I did.
That's where you heard it.
But yeah, I think I remember hearing this story, how crazy it was, and how nobody knew who he really is or whatever, and all this other stuff. But
that's
yeah,
crazy,
they just
man.
closed it.
Yeah, it says he initially been deemed a case of air piracy, a felony that carried a statute of limitations of 5 years. However, a grand jury indicted the hijacker in absentia for violating the Hobbs Act, another federal statute aimed to prevent extortion that carried no statute of limitations. So in theory, if Cooper were to walk out of the woods today, he could theoretically be charged with a crime.
Right.
He likely would not. At least in my eyes, I don't think he would be charged with anything. I think they'd ask how he did it. The agency said it would be redirecting resources because every time the FBI assesses additional tips for the case, referring to the name it gave the D.B. Cooper probe as the Nordjak case, investigative resources and additional manpower are diverted from programs that are more urgently needed. It says the FBI said that countless items have been examined over the years and would be preserved for historical purposes at its headquarters. The agency did say people can still contact the Bureau if they had specific leads. Hundreds, if not more, Cooper sleuths continue to harangue the office with their leads. It says reassessing a lone agent on the case. Reassigning the lone agent on the case, he said, is really an attempt by the Bureau to spare the office from irritating calls, wacky emails, and more. So there was just one agent still working on the case, and then they moved him. So yeah, he's pretty much free and clear. So if D.B. Cooper, if you're out there listening to the podcast, because I know there's one of those listeners that's in the fucking woods.
Yeah.
If you're out there, come on, we'd like to have you on the podcast.
That'd be
D.B.
great,
Cooper, you're
dude.
welcome to be on the podcast. We hope you can come in. We hope you're not dead.
What if we can
We
find
hope you also
D.B.
don't need a
Cooper?
walker because like my home is not handicap ready.
What if we can find D.B. Cooper?
We should find D.B. Cooper. We should go out into the woods and go find D.B. Cooper.
What if he's playing Pokemon Go?
What if he's playing Pokemon Go?
What if he's just living in America and nobody just knows?
And
What if
playing
he made
Pokemon
Pokemon
Go?
Go?
Yeah, just playing Pokemon Go. Or he has grandkids that are playing Pokemon Go.
Maybe he's that man. Maybe he's Team Rocket.
He might be Team Rocket. What if he's the professor?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Dang, that'd be crazy.
That would.
I just think it's insane how like so he hijacked the plane by just showing that he had a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
They landed the plane. He exchanged the passengers for money. They gave him the money and the parachutes. He took off again and then hopped out of the plane.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? That would not happen today.
And how old was he when he did this? Did they say?
They said he looked like he was in his mid-40s.
Mid-40s? So it must have been a, fairly thought out plan for years. Because that's how plans usually work out. You can't just do them in a day.
He just showed up.
Those are the
and was
amateurs.
like, I want to hijack a plane.
Yeah, because if you don't got a plan, you're gonna get caught on that same day.
Yeah.
He had this well thought out.
Well, because anybody else would have been like, all right, now I'm getting off the plane once they landed the first time and left, and then would have been caught. But he was like, nah, you need to fly this way, and then
you need to divert your flight from this area to this area.
Yeah, and it's just like, that's crazy. I can't believe someone just like hijacked a plane, like no problem.
4 parachutes.
Yeah, he wanted 4 parachutes. Yeah, the 4 parachutes is kind of weird.
Maybe he set up more people to do more heists.
Or he's gonna go do more, so he just brings them along. I don't know.
In his wheelchair?
He's probably
okay, if you're gonna parachute with a wheelchair, you might need 4 because you'll need one at each corner.
Yep.
Oh. But when they like hit each other?
But he wasted one, so he only has 3. They could hit each other.
Or wherever he landed, it could have been like some high mountain area. So if he gets stuck, he needs one to get down from there.
That's true. Very true. Very true. We should look for DB Cooper.
Maybe he can.
Maybe that's our next video. Let's go out into the forest and go look for DB Cooper.
Yeah.
That BMP searches for DB Cooper.
Yeah.
In real life.
Mistakenly finds Sly Cooper, the little raccoon.
Or we'll just find some sort of homeless person. Dude, what if we just found a homeless person?
And we got robbed?
No, we got.
Yeah, we got robbed. We were playing Pokemon Go and we just got robbed.
Can we make a fake prank video where we get robbed?
We'll make a social experiment.
Oh, that's what it is.
Prank videos aren't cool anymore.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? To jump out the bushes and like rob people?
Probably, yeah. We'll just, Booga! That's why you don't go into the forest alone, man, This is the knife's fake. Can't you tell that the knife's fake?
If they put up a fight.
See?
Yeah.
If they put up a fight, then that's when we're like, it's a social experiment.
Yeah,
don't
it's
worry.
a social experiment,
if
bro.
they don't,
it's a social experiment.
We get out of there with a new iPhone, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just, I'm Ethan Bradbury. I'm Ethan Bradbury.
Ethan Bradbury.
Yeah, I gotta insert a Bradbury here. Slamming. Oh, man. Ethan Bradbury,
Everything good. Them dank pranks where the people fell into the hole.
Yeah, shout out to Jesse who hates YouTubers.
He just hates all of YouTube.
Oh man.
He's a bitter old man.
Oh man.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. But anyway, yeah, so DB Cooper is now, he's not free and clear like they said on the article. He can still be charged, but he's pretty much free and clear. Anyway. All right, well, that has been it for this section. So we'll be taking another couple minute break, and we'll be back we'll be back with something. We're back with something for y'all. We are the Bits and Pieces podcast, and as you know, we are doing Extra Life this year. We are supporting Extra Life 2016, and you can find out more about Extra Life going to www.extra-life.org, and you can find out all about Extra Life and the great that they do. And they've raised somewhere around the block of $20 million for various Children's Miracle Network hospitals, which are a group of 170 hospitals nationwide that help kids, young adults, and infants and kids as minutes old, right?
Minutes old.
Yeah.
Minutes old, regardless of their parents' ability to pay. And they help kids with all kinds of different things, whether they be mental disabilities or physical ailments or just a common cold. They're some of the greatest hospitals in the world for kids, and Extra Life donates money to them, and we are raising money on their behalf. So if you want to learn more about our specific Extra Life campaign, go to bit.ly/BNP team, and you will see our 3 gorgeous faces on there, and you can attribute your donations to any one of us. Our team goal is $1,000. We each have individual goals that we want to meet, but our team goal is $1,000. Any donation towards the 3 of us goes towards that team goal. And remember, we have stretch goals coming up. I believe we're at $100, and our next goal is $125. The last goal, or no, I don't remember. But I know the upcoming goals are having Isaac take a shot while playing Binding of Isaac. That's a little bit off. That is at $420.69. I believe one of the next ones coming up is drinking Four Locos, suggested by Rudy Garcia. Yep. That'll be pretty fun. We also have a Smash Brothers tournament played by our amiibos. Some of the amiibos will be donated by our friend Dominic, so that'll be cool. I just have to pay shipping on that. But anyway, we have lots of fun goals. If you have a stretch goal you would like to suggest, go ahead and send it by to our Instagram or Facebook or our email, all three of which will be listed in this short clip. So we're doing
and
Extra Life.
Two of the other goals is I donate my hair if we reach it.
Yeah.
And then we'll be dyeing it after I donate it.
Yeah, so Gus will end up having, those are two separate goals. We need to figure out a donation amount, but they will be Gus cutting his hair and donating it. And then the next goal right after that will be dyeing what's left.
Yeah.
If we leave him with any hair.
We need to get him that emo cut.
The emo cut?
The
I'm an emo
cut,
kid.
dude. Oh, no.
We're not showing the color yet, so.
Yeah, be sure to check out our live stream and go ahead and start following it. It's twitch.tv/BNP podcast. The link will also be in the video. So go ahead and start following it now. We will be having a test stream sometime in the coming months. But remember, the Extra Life stream is on November 5th, starting at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So go ahead and check that out. We'll be streaming for 24 hours. Games of all types. We'll be playing Cards Against Humanity, Grand Theft Auto, Left 4 Dead, Halo, Call of Duty, Smash Brothers,
Final Fantasy.
Not Final Fantasy. It takes too long.
Yeah.
Some NES games.
Jackbox.
We'll be having Jackbox. We will have PT being played by my cousin Daisy.
It's a bunch of goodness.
Yeah, just a bunch of games, bunch of cool stuff.
Maybe some outdoor stuff.
Yeah, outdoor stuff. Being
Pokemon
streamed
Go.
live. We'll be playing Pokemon Go. We'll be playing all kinds of games, so be sure to check that out. So remember, learn more about Extra Life at www.extra-life.org and go to our Extra Life donation page with the shortened link of bit.ly/BNP team. Click on one of us. Hit up that donation button. You can use PayPal. You can use your credit or debit card. Attribute your donation to one of us. Do whatever. Help us reach our goals. And tell your friends and family.
Yep.
And hit us up. And be sure to watch the stream on November 5th.
Remember the keywords. For the kids.
For the kids. So 1, 2, 3 for the kids, guys. Make this better than the rage.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 for the kids.
That was a lot better.
This will be it for this episode of the Bits and Pieces podcast, episode 56. But first, so to date the podcast, today is Sunday. And by the time this episode comes out, hopefully it'll be Tuesday. And the Republican National Convention will be fully underway. The Prophets of Rage. Prophets of Rage are members of Rage Against the Machine, Public Enemy, and Cypress Hill. Well, for Public Enemy, it's just Chuck D and then Be Real from Cypress Hill. The rest are Rage. Anyway, they're going to be playing at the Agora Ballroom in Cleveland, which is, I think, around the corner from the Quicken Loan Center where the Republican National Convention is going to be held. So, yeah, eat your heart out, Donald Trump. But regardless of that, you may say Make America Great Again. We say Make America Rage Again.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Prophets of Rage at the Republican National Convention. If you're out in Cleveland, definitely go check them out instead of the Republican National Convention. Don't be afraid to go outside. What's the worst the cops can do? Kill you? Come on.
Then you'll make a statement.
Come on, make a statement. Be a martyr. Get out of them student loans. Get shot. That's what I'm advocating.
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, feel the
Feel
burn.
the burn.
Yeah. It's all your fault. You could have been out of your student loans. All of you didn't vote for Bernie Sanders. That's exactly what happened.
They realized they had to vote. They're like, oh, damn.
Yeah, I actually have to go vote? Oh, man. Come on. Let me just smoke my weed right here.
You know what? If Pokemon Go was out even sooner, people
probably would have went to go vote because they would have been like, oh, I have to stand in line, but I get to use my phone and I get
Bernie
to play
setting
Pokemon
up
Go.
them lures.
And it's like, oh, it might be one of those Pokestops or a gym.
Exactly. Anyway. So this has been episode 56 of the BNP podcast. We are your hosts, Nick,
Gus,
and Miguel.
And we are here. Remember to listen on shoutengine.com/BNP podcast and go to bit.ly/BNP video podcast. Check out the video podcast. Last week's is not up as of this recording, but should be up by the time that this audio podcast posts. Go to our Facebook pages, our Facebook page, facebook.com/the Bits and Pieces podcast, and then Instagram at the Bits and Pieces podcast. I think that's it. You can hit us up individually on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, cell phones. I mean, if you have our numbers. Also, don't forget, we have an email, thebitsandpiecespodcast@gmail.com, if you'd like to email any suggestions or any hints or tips or whatever. But yeah, just go ahead and watch our videos, listen to the podcast.
Tell us what you guys want us to do more of or whatever.
Yeah, that always helps. Yeah, so, people like the Forza Let's Play me and Miggy did too. So I have a part 2. I just haven't posted it.
Yeah, we'll do that, and then once you guys are done with that, we could do the Horizon 2.
Yeah.
And then I'll try and get Horizon 3.
So yeah, it'll be fun. But anyway, yeah. Make America Rage Again.
Yep. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, rage. 1, 2, 3,
rage.